Yeah, YouTubers, Tasman here, bringing you another Tasman's First Look for Minecraft Snapshot 17w06a. Yes, this is the first snapshot for Minecraft 1.12, and so far, I would have to say it looks like it's leaning towards being a builder's update. So let's go ahead and check it out. Hit the right button. So first off, they've went, and as you can see the color of wool, they've actually made quite a few of them more vibrant. The ones that stick out the most to me would probably be the orange, the yellow, the green, and the red. They just seem really bright now. However, it doesn't look like the glass up on the top row or the stained clay got much love. And I don't know, for me, stained clay has always been weird. This looks more like a dark brown type color than it does dark gray. And this looks more gray than it does cyan and such. And we won't even talk about light blue. Or black. I would think black would look black. But anyway, enough of that. We're not talking about the past things. But anyway, so there you go. Lots of brand new, bright, vibrant colors. Now these colors actually apply to actual sheep out in the wilderness. They'll actually be a brighter, like the orange one's going to stand out like a sore thumb. But anyway, the sheep will be brighter. Banners, carpets, wool, those are all brighter. And then, like I said, I hope they do the same with stained glass and fix stained clay, because yeah. So anyway, then you'll notice down here we have some new blocks. We have concrete blocks, so now we can have colored concrete. We have the concrete powder, and we have glazed terracotta. So let's go ahead and talk about these things real quick. So we're going to start with the concrete and the concrete powder. So in order to make the concrete powder, what you do is you use 4 gravel, 4 sand, and the dye of your desire to get the color you want. And as you can see, this is kind of actually how concrete is made. It's got sand in it, it has gravel in it, and then it also has some other stuff, but that's okay. They don't have that other stuff in Minecraft, but pretty good recipe. So 4 and 4 of sand and gravel, and a dye in the middle will yield you 8. Now the concrete dust, as you can see, or the concrete powder, the way you turn it into concrete is just add water, just like in real life. You add water to concrete, mix, and you get concrete. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Now the concrete and the concrete powder, this is the sand texture, and you'll notice it actually acts like sand. And if we go up here, so in order to get concrete, all you do is add water. Now it's kind of weird, there's not a crafting recipe. It would make sense to me that if you put like a bucket in your inventory and like a stack of concrete powder, it would turn to concrete, but no, it's not quite like that. So as you can see, this is now concrete. Now concrete is just like your wood and your dirt and your cobblestone and stone. It does not have gravity affecting it. And the other thing to note, and I forgot to actually get me a pick, is breaking this with your hand will yield nothing, but you can use a wooden pick on up and you'll actually get back your concrete block. So I guess if you're making concrete, you have to have a spot kind of like this where you're going to dump water, and then you're going to have to go harvest your concrete and go build it. I mean, I guess you could actually build a wall and dump water and pick up water and dump water, pick up water that way. But yeah, it is what it is there. So there you go. That's the concrete powder and the concrete block. Beautiful. So the next thing we have is the terracotta. Now, if you know anything about what terracotta is, basically it is kilned or cooked clay. So you use clay blocks and you cook it and you get these fancy designs. So if you use white here, you get this fancy yellow, blue, and white one, so on and so forth. I've heard this one with the creeper face in it is going to be changed. I'm not 100% sure, because you can make like a swastika shape out of it, and I don't think Mojang wants anything to do with that. So anyway, like I said, all you do to make that is you take your, for example, black hardened clay, and you put it in your furnace, like so, and you cook it. And it comes out in the design. Now to get something like this, these do act more along the lines of, say, your, actually no, let's do this one. Fun. They act like a log in the sense that they are directional. It's kind of tricky to get the direction right. So if we do that, maybe, nope, that. So as you can see, we got kind of a diamond pattern. Then if we want to maybe do, whoops, if we want to do her, wrong button, that's the same one. Same one. Maybe we have to do it here. Yeah, that's a little different, right? Yeah. So yes, it is a little bit difficult to kind of master the directions, especially if you're building a wall. On the ground, it's a little easier. Nope. How about this side? Well, that's a different pattern. And then we'd have to come back over here. So there we got some squiggly lines. Let's see if we can get a nice circle going. Let's see. No. How about there? Yes. Okay, so if we do in the inner edge, no. Inner edge that way? No. There we go. I think we got it now. Whoop. So as you can see, yeah, you can come up with some pretty cool little designs. A little tricky on the placement because you don't know exactly how it's going to be. I'm sure people will get used to it really quick. So those are the big ones, the new blocks and the redoing of the wool blocks. Next we have something that's just always kind of been a bit of a nuisance, but they're actually fixing it a bit. So now when you place a painting, no matter where you place it, as you notice, every time we're getting the largest painting. So if we want to actually get specific paintings, all we have to do is kind of make a frame. So if we want the little 2x2 one, right there, I mean, I was up there, so it was doing that. So as you can see now, we're getting those. If we want it to be the narrow one, for sure, if we want to guarantee that, we just do that. And you can see we get that. And then once again, if we want just a little one size one, just like that. So it's kind of a little nicer way, because usually it was just, you just keep doing it. You couldn't really control where it was. Now if you kind of give it a bounding box, it'll actually fill it with the largest painting it can. Let's see what else. Oh, and then the next thing we're going to talk about is our final thing, is another great builders update. So in the inventory, in creative at least, you'll notice it's changed. They combined the miscellaneous, and I can't remember what the other one was, but it had the icon of the stick. Used to be down here, and miscellaneous used to be up here. But they combined those two, so now miscellaneous is just everything, which is kind of good because I always went to the wrong one. Like if I wanted, not the stick obviously because I saw the stick, but I'd always click on the wrong one for some reason. So I'm glad they kind of combined that together. Anyway, the reason they did that is because now we have this save toolbars. And as you can see here, like we have each of these papers, and we can scroll down. This is toolbar 9, toolbar 8. So you can have up to 9. And you can see our toolbar here is redstone-y stuff, our first 9 blocks, and then the other 7 of wool, and so on and so forth. So to invoke these, all you have to do is hold down shift and the toolbar number. So if I want redstone, I do shift 1. If I want the first 9 blocks of wool, shift 2. And then if I want those last 7, shift 3. Now these are not set in stone, you know, everyone doesn't get the same thing. You can set them up yourself. So like if I wanted to This is Shift 3. If I did Shift 4 for the fourth toolbar that's empty, and I did Control 3, now if I hit Shift 3, it's empty. If I go into here, you can see it's empty. So how you set these is you simply choose the things you want. Let's say for number 4, we want it just to be trees, maybe a couple bushes or something like that. So we can grab those. Let's grab that, and grab that. So this is kind of our foliage. We could do flowers or whatever we want. So all we do is when we're out of there, we hit Control 4, and now it says it's saved on Toolbar 4. And if we go in, you'll see Toolbar 4 now has something. Toolbar 3 we cleared. So you can do these. Now, neat thing about this is if you are on your creative world or whatever, and then you go to one of your other worlds or even another server, it maintains this. So it's actually saved with your user profile, not with the world. So you can actually go onto a server that has creative mode and have your same toolbars all there ready to go. Let's see, is that all? Let's see. So, and we already talked to clear them. You just simply choose a blank one. So there's, if I do Shift 3, that's a blank one. And if I do Control 4, basically that clears it. You can't really clear it or add things here, so you can't add that. However, like if I'm in this, if I have my favorites here, I can always say, oh, give me a yellow, give me that, and there you go. So you can draw from it, but you can't actually place items in here. See, it just deletes them. So there you go. I think that about covers everything. Don't think I missed anything. I think I covered everything. This is, believe it or not, this is actually my third attempt of recording this video. For some reason, the world is against me because I had lots of errors, and one time it said it was recording, but I didn't get any files and such. So anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. And until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.